Hello once again, everyone. Chris here from Ecomm Elite with the training modules for the Ecomm Elite Listing Lab suite of tools. Let's talk about index check. Index checks is going to look at if there are the right keywords in place to have the listing found for the keywords that you want to be found for. Let's look at the example we used in the past training modules. Let's look at a product on Amazon.com. Let's look at a rolling pin and see what we can find here. Let's ignore the pay-per-click, the sponsored ads up here. Say sponsored. Let's ignore those. Let's go to the organic rankings. Let's grab this one. J.K. Adams Maple French rolling pin. Okay. So we're going to find the ASIN, the individual unique code used by Amazon. Sorry for scrolling here, make your eyes go nuts. But we find this in the product information section of the page. We find the ASIN. To save you some time, for those that don't know, the ASIN is here under ASIN, of course. Oops, under ASIN here. But what's interesting is you can find this number in the URL. That's exactly the same as the ASIN down here. So if we copy this and we go back to the index checks tool, we put our ASIN in here. We're going to do a couple things. We're going to look for keywords to see if it makes sense to be ranked for that. Well, we know obviously when we come back to our page, our search page, we searched for rolling pin. We know it's indexed for rolling pin, meaning we know it's going to be found for that. But if we say it's French rolling pin, we assume it would be. What are some other keywords that might make sense? Handcrafted Vermont, French dowel. Okay, so there's a bunch of different things in here. Let's do a couple different searches. Let's see if we can, if it's maybe for dough rolling pin or dough rolling. Let's just do that. And then we're going to do another one for, let's see if it's baking pin for baking cookies. Okay, let's add something in there for rolling pin for pizza dough. And then let's add something in there that logically wouldn't be there, like Toyota Tundra. That's a pickup truck here in the United States. So let's see if it is indexed for Toyota Tundra. Let's check the index on all those. What the tool is going to do is going to have a look and say, hey, can I find that item on Amazon for those keywords? Is it indexed? Can it find it for those keywords? So for French rolling pin, dough rolling pin for baking cookies, rolling pin for pizza dough, yes, and logically it doesn't show up. If you were to search for Toyota Tundra, we're not going to find that. We're not going to find that item. So if we did a search for these keywords, we know those are pretty logical. But let's look at rolling pin for pizza dough. Let's see if we can actually find, and it should, given that the tool says it's indexed for it. Let's see where that search, this item lives in search for that key phrase. So the key phrase again is rolling pin for pizza dough. So if we go in here and we type rolling pin for pizza dough, let's keep going, for pizza dough. Let's see if we can find it. Not the same one. These are sponsored ads again, not the same one. So this is page 1. I don't quite see it yet. Let's go to page 2. And, oh, there it is right there. So there's our French rolling pin again at the top of page 2. So this is obviously indexed for rolling pin for pizza dough. Somewhere, as we talked about in List Assist and the keyword tool section, the item has the words rolling pin pizza dough in there. So Amazon knows, hey, I should rank this product for this keyword. Now, that's a discussion for another day, but this is only the top of page 2. Certainly not going to have a lot of people kind of popping over to page 2. Most of the buying is done on page 1. So you may want to do, whoever owns this may want to do a little bit of pay-per-click or sponsored ads to get this onto the first page. Because for this keyword, it is on the first page for rolling pin as we saw. But if someone does search for rolling pin for pizza dough, this one's not actually showing up there. It's only on the second page. And I didn't see it. We didn't see it in the sponsored ads. Watch your eyes again. Scroll to the top. I see other people doing sponsored ads for this. and I don't see any sponsored ads over here. So that's a good example of, hey, someone may be searching for a rolling pin for pizza dough. My product would be great for it. Let me run some sponsored ads to try to get more sales. So that's an example of using both the keyword tool, using maybe list assist to make sure you have all these keywords in there, and in this case, the index checks, which lets you look later on down the road, hey, is my listing being shown for these keywords somewhere on Amazon? I don't want to have to take every single one of these and scroll through to find my listing. It knows, yes, you would show for this, so you could run some sponsored ads or you could run some traffic, and you know that it's not going to be for naught. If, however, you wanted to try to list this and rank this product for Toyota Tundra, which is a pickup truck, logically wouldn't make sense, and you really can't do it because it's not indexed for those keywords, because those keywords are nowhere in the title, bullets, or back end. Hopefully that helps, and we'll talk to you guys in the next module.